Two initiatives hope to end the ban on food assistance for people convicted of drug felonies. Good evening. I'm Quinicia Fraser. Right now, anyone who is convicted of those felonies receives a lifetime ban from the SNAP program. And as KETV Newswatch 7 Sarah Feely reports, there's a bipartisan push both locally and federally to change that.
Quinicia, this ban was put in place federally in the 1990s during the war on drugs. Each state can opt out if they choose, but Nebraska is one of 20 that have the ban. Omaha Senator Megan Hunt and Congressman Don Bacon are working on two ways to change it.
I'm in this program right now because I'm clean. I've been clean for the first time in a long time.
Myron Cison is working in the Heart Ministry Center pantry after spending almost 7 years in prison on a felony drug charge.
It's affected me big time, actually. I had a distribution charge. I just had a lot. That's all it was.
One of those effects is a lifetime ban on access to SNAP benefits.
People who are convicted of certain drug felony convictions are banned for life from the SNAP program, which provides supplemental nutrition, food access to people around our state.
Advocates gathered at the Heart Ministry Center to bring awareness to the issue as two initiatives hang in the legislative balance.
Senator Hunt's bill, LB 88, would eliminate the ban on the Nebraska level and allow access for 10,000 more Nebraskans.
Congressman Don Bacon hopes to repeal the ban at the federal level, where it started as part of the Farm Bill.
It's a relic of the 1996 war on drugs, and it has proven very harmful and problematic.
People like Cison and Tommy Newcomb say it can be devastating for people trying to get back on their feet.
Not knowing how I'm gonna eat, where I'm gonna live, et cetera, are things that perpetuate addiction, perpetuate mental health problems and things like that.
They say having that resource can cut down on recidivism, prison overcrowding, and the food crisis stressing centers like Heart Ministry.
Not only does it impact the people who are banned, but their families as well. SNAP benefits for households are cut when people are banned, and it means more people have fewer dollars to spread around.
They say it's especially frustrating because other felonies, including violent offenses, don't face a lifetime ban. They're hopeful an end to the ban is close.
It just brings me a lot of hope that we can provide things for people to be able to contribute to communities and realize their strengths and their talents.
Hunt's bill needs to be voted out of the Health and Human Services Committee to move forward. Bacon's act will be center stage as soon as Congress finishes talking about appropriations. Governor Jim Pillen denied an interview today and did not respond to our request via email. Back to you.
Sarah, thank you.